Have you ever wondered why you were born on that specific day? Your birth date is not just a number on a calendar, but a fundamental piece in the mosaic of your destiny. Nothing happens by chance, and the Bible confirms this in Jeremiah 1 verse 5, "Before I formed you in the womb I knew you, and before you were born I consecrated you." This means that God had already thought of you, your days, your mission, even before you were conceived. Over the years, many people have felt a deep certainty within themselves that they were destined for something extraordinary. Perhaps you too have felt, deep down, that you were called to a greater purpose. Many tell of inexplicable experiences, signs along the way that seem to indicate a precise direction, synchronistic events that strengthen their faith in a divine plan. What if your birth date was a divine sign, an indication of your spiritual path? Jesus himself spoke through parables to convey spiritual truths, and his care for each individual is evidenced in the parable of the lost sheep, Luke 15 verses 3-7. God leaves nothing to chance, and every detail of our lives, including our birth, has profound meaning. The Bible is full of numbers and symbolism that indicate the divine will. Some birth dates seem to be connected to particular spiritual gifts and important roles in God's plan. Let's examine some of them. Those born on March 3rd often manifest a unique creative energy and a deep connection with spirituality. Many artists and spiritual healers share this date, feeling divine guidance on their path. For example, an Italian painter, born on this day, said she always felt a strong inspiration while creating her works, almost as if a higher force guided her in her brushes. Other famous artists, born on this day, have described moments of mystical inspiration that transformed their work into something greater than themselves. Numerous studies have shown that certain dates can influence the personality and destiny of an individual. According to some research, the period in which one is born can influence the character and natural inclinations of a person, as if there were a special energy linked to certain days of the year. Those born on May 5th often experience God's protection and grace in tangible ways. Miraculous events and unexpected turns mark their existence, confirming their special calling. A man born on this date, after a serious car accident, testified that he saw a divine sign that changed his life, leading him to become a missionary. Many individuals report having had similar experiences, in which it seemed as if an invisible force intervened to protect them in the most critical moments. Some researchers suggest that the connection between birth dates and destiny may also have an explanation in astronomical influences. Ancient sages and scholars carefully observed the stars and celestial movements, attributing special meanings to the days of the year. This tradition is present in many cultures and could explain why certain dates seem to be linked to particular spiritual events. July 7th is a date associated with justice and spiritual leadership. Those born on this day are often called to lead with wisdom and compassion, embodying the balance between firm rules and unconditional love. An example is that of a pastor who, born on July 7th, dedicated his life to helping those most in need, seeing his role as a mission entrusted to him by God. People born on this date often feel a strong sense of social responsibility, leading them to leadership and mediation roles in their communities. November 11th is associated with spiritual transformation and rebirth. Those born on this date often go through periods of profound change that lead them to discover their true purpose. One man born on November 11th experienced an existential crisis that led him to leave everything behind to pursue a life of prayer and service. Many tell of how their life took an unexpected turn, leading them to a deeper understanding of themselves and their mission. Another fascinating aspect concerns the connection between the date of birth and personal missions. Studying the biographies of great historical figures, we notice how many significant dates coincide with the birth of figures who have had an extraordinary impact on society. Is it possible that the day we come into the world is closely linked to our calling? Every birthday brings with it an opportunity, not only to celebrate another year of life, but also to reflect on our role in God's grand plan. The Bible teaches us that our days were already written in God's book before we even existed, Psalm 139 verse 16. This invites us to live each day with greater awareness and gratitude, knowing that nothing in our lives is random. The connections between our birth dates and the divine plan can reveal themselves in many ways, through dreams, significant encounters, events that seem to have a deeper meaning. Some people report receiving messages in dreams or meeting people who changed the course of their existence at key moments in their lives. Some people report finding references to their birth date at crucial moments in their existence, as if God wanted to send them a clear message. Another aspect to consider is the connection between birth dates and historical events. Some days seem to be repeatedly associated with moments of great turning points, both on a personal and collective level. This could suggest a greater plan, in which our lives are intertwined with the fate of the world. But that's not all. The meaning of birth dates can be further explored through numerology, an ancient system that attributes symbolic value to numbers. Each number has its own specific energy and meaning, and the combination of numbers in our birth date can reveal important aspects of our personality, talents, and destiny. For example, the number 3 is often associated with creativity, expression, and joy in life, while the number 7 is linked to spirituality, wisdom, and the search for truth. Astrology can also offer an additional key to understanding the meaning of our birth date. The zodiac sign under which we are born, as well as the position of the planets at the time of our birth, can influence our personality, our emotions, and the way we interact with the world. For example, a person born under the sign of Leo could be characterized by strong leadership, great self-confidence, and a desire to be the center of attention, while a person born under the sign of Pisces could be more sensitive, intuitive, and inclined towards art and spirituality. However, it is important to remember that both numerology and astrology only offer indications, tendencies, but do not absolutely determine our destiny. Free will remains a fundamental element in our lives. We choose how to interpret and use the information we receive, whether through our birth date or through other means. We can decide to follow our spiritual path, develop our talents and realize our full potential, or we can choose to ignore these signals and follow a different path. Ultimately, our date of birth is just one of many elements that help shape our identity and destiny. We are the result of a complex combination of factors, including our genetic inheritance, the environment in which we grow up, the experiences we live, and the choices we make. But knowing the meaning of our date of birth can help us better understand ourselves, our talents, and our mission in life. It can be a valuable tool in guiding our choices and helping us live a fuller, more meaningful life. So, what is the meaning of your birth date? I invite you to reflect on this question, to deepen your knowledge of numerology and astrology, and to explore the signs and synchronicities that life offers you. You may discover these things about yourself and your destiny.